In Lisa, you play as the titular character, as she tries to escape from her home and abusive father. Though you can physically escape, you cannot psychologically escape, and you must solve puzzles to really, truly get out. As you finally make it out, you see the image of your mother, a light of hope shining through the fog of despair. She turns around, and it's your father. Everything is your father. You can try and escape your father's abuse all you want, but psychologically, the damage has been done, and there can never really, truly be any escape. And your mind snaps in two. This is the beginning of the Lisa trilogy, developed by Austin Jorgensen of Love Brad Games. Though the games are called Lisa, the girl, Lisa, only shows up in the first game, as the sequel, Lisa the Painful RPG, shows what happens after Lisa takes her own life. The Painful RPG stars Lisa's brother, Brad Armstrong, living in a post-apocalypse where only men live and there isn't a single woman to be seen, except for a single baby he finds, one that he names his little buddy. As the years go on, Brad and his friends help raise Buddy in secret, making sure that the scum of humanity aren't made privy to the existence of a small girl. But one day, she's taken, and you have to figure out who took her and why, though that part becomes obvious. This game, without a doubt, is the darkest entry in this list of favorite games, but it also has levity. The game is kinda blatantly inspired by Earthbound in the humor and the world building. This post-apoc is full of the kind of weirdos and perverts you expect from a lack of women, but you learn soon enough who's a terrible person and who's a cool dude. Despite the world having pretty much ended, this place is still colorful and inviting in places, while still deadly in many others. You've got chicken men, storytellers, football players, pointing men, Power Rangers, gun boys, and of course, a fish. In fact, you got two. Finally, the third game, Lisa the Joyful, follows the last girl on Earth, Buddy, in her own adventure, and I won't say anything else because it's one big spoiler adventure. What makes this game trilogy special to me is that it's a story of depression, addiction, pain, joy, and laughter. It's the story of how the death of one girl leads to what seems like the end of humanity. No game on this list of favorite games gets as bleak as these do, but there's always something around the corner to make you laugh and smile before punching you in the gut again for putting your guard down. There's something special to be said about seeking media that makes you feel sad, trying to play a game or watch a movie that makes you feel like shit, like you don't really remember how it feels to be sad, and you just gotta feel it again. I appreciate Lisa the most for making me consistently sad every single time I revisit it. And yes, I'm gonna say it, the characters here have suffered more than those in The Last of Us 2.